Good morning, children. In this session, we are going to study about how many squares. Dear children, take this like graph paper. You have to use the woolen thread. Likewise, you have to arrange or share with any shape you can arrange, children. Then you have to find how many squares on there. First I take this figure. This is square, children. How many square it has? Let us count. Children, this is one square, children. The boundary is the dark red line, you know. So what is second one? 2. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So, the square has 25 square units, or else you can mention 25 units, isn't it? Next, as share with, you can take any figure and you have to calculate how many square it has contained and send for correction to me. Just like you take graph paper and woolen thread. First you have to decide your figure, then you have to count the square. How many square it has? Let us count, children. So the boundary is clearly you can show. So this is 1, children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your boundary, children. Isn't it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now 12 square it has. Our next figure is this, like we can count any regular and irregular shapes. Let us count, children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It full covered by this boundary, children. So I give 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This also it has covered by the full boundary, children. This one, the red color, I covered by the thread. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So how many square it contains? 13 square. Next figure little bit different from this. The above we see, no. This one, this and all full square, children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This also the full square. Both the boundary you can see very well. So I give 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Listen, children, why I leave this means here the half of the portion comes out of the boundary, you know. See here also out of the boundary it comes this here also. So I give the half alone I given here, isn't it? Now this also covered by half only. So after 16, half plus half 1, so 17 and a half. 17 and a half. Then this is entirely different. This is irregular shape. The irregular shape, the more than half means you can take it half. Less than half means you no need to consider that portion. You can vomit that one. And 3/4 also you can take. More than half means you can take. So here this is half. So you can take first the whole part only we can calculate first. So 1, this is more than half. So I take it as 1. Then exactly this one half alone. So I will take it as half. So more than half you can assume 1. 1. So here 1 you give means next one you can give 2. Why I explain here you can take 1 means this is not exactly 1. More than half. So more than half, that means it may be 3/4. It may be 3/4. So I take it as 1 whole part. Isn't it, children? So this one 2, 3, 4. So here you see this is outer part, maximum covered 3/4. So inside you have just half alone, so you can negligible. This one you can neglect it. No need to count. So this one the whole part 5. This also occupy 3/4. You know this part. So children, I take it as the whole part 6. And listen, this is exactly half. I take it as half. Then this also exactly half. And this portion more than half. It can occupy 3/4 or more than 3/4. So I can take it as the whole part 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And remaining we give half, 8. Half plus half, 8. And one more half here, 8.5. So here 8.5. I neglect this portion because of this is very less amount, less than half. Less than half I neglect it. More than half means you can take it 1. You can give number 1. That is very important, children. Less than half you can neglect that portion. More than half, that means 3/4. More than 3/4 you can calculate it as a 1 square, isn't it? Listen, children, this is very important problem. How to calculate the full square and the half square I explain now. Listen carefully. This is our full square, children, because both the boundary you can see very well. So this is 1, then 2, then this also our boundary line, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then the remaining part each has occupied half parts alone. So I give it as half, half, half and half. So how many full squares are there? 12 full square. And how many half squares are there? 4. Half plus, half plus half. So half plus half 1 plus half 1 and a half plus half 2. So 12 plus 2, how much? 2 plus 2, 4 and 1, so 14. So this this figure contains 14 square or 14 square units. 14 square units. Isn't it? This like you need to calculate the square, children, or area. Now this figure area, what about this figure area? 14 square units. So you count the square means we can calculate the area of the figure. Area of the figure, isn't it? The next figure, how many full square you count first? 1, 2. So full square 2, then half you have to calculate. Half, half, half and half. So how many half? 4 halves there. So half plus half plus half plus half. So how many? Half plus half, 1 plus half, 1 and a half plus half is equal to 2. Already we have full square as 2. Again here we get 2. So 2 plus 2, 4. So how much square unit this figure have? This figure, area of this figure is nothing but 4 square units, isn't it? So area of this figure is 4 square units. Then this is irregular shape, listen carefully. First you have to calculate the full square. 1, I have to start it from here, children, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So full square 5. Listen, children, here this is exactly half, so I give it half. Then this also maybe half, covered by half, so half. Listen here, this is less than half. Listen, occupy this region means we can tell it as exactly half. But the uncovered portions are more than the covered portion. So this is less than half, so I neglect it. Can you understand? Now how many half? 1, 2. So children, the half square is half plus half. How many? 2. So 5 and a half plus half means 6. Or else half plus half 1. Then full square we have 5. The half square we get the result 1. So 5 plus 1, 6. So this irregular shape has 6 square units. So this irregular shape, area of this irregular shape is 6 square units. The next one figure, irregular figure, is very important, children. First you have to calculate the full square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Listen, children, this is exactly half. So I give half here. This is most of the more than 3 by 4 part was uncovered, so I will neglect it. Likewise here, this is very small region only covered by the boundary, so I have to neglect this portion. Then see, this may be exactly half, so I give half. This is a little bit more than half, so I give it as half only, not give 1. But this is more than 3 by 4, so I give 1. Do you know the difference between? Just little bit more than half, so I take it as half alone. But here, this is more than 3 by 4, so I give it 1, isn't it? Then this also, it is more than 3 by 4, so I assume this one. When I have to assume, listen, remaining portion this alone, this also very less amount of region has covered, so this is less than half, I neglect it. Now children, how many full squares are there? 9. How many half squares are there? 1, 2, 3. So children, I write half plus half plus half. And another important one, we take it as more than 3 by 4, I take it 1, So this 1 and one more 1. I assume these two 1 nearly 1 square. So 2 1 I have to assume. For that purpose I have to add here plus 1 plus 1. So how many squares? 9 plus 1 10. 10 plus 1 11. Then half plus half 1. 1 plus half 1 and a half. Isn't it? So children, half and 1 plus 1, 2, here 1, so 1 bring down 12 and a half square. So children, this irregular safe area of this irregular safe is nothing but 12 and a half square units. Dear children, in this session you learn about how many squares. For given figure, regular or irregular, you can calculate the area of the area of the figure, count by how many square it has contained using the graph paper. I hope you all learned well. Children, take your graph paper and use woolen thread and find the square and find the area of the given figure and send for correction to me. Okay? Take practice without the woolen thread. You take your scale, pencil, eraser and graph paper and draw some regular and irregular shapes. Then you have to calculate how many squares it contains. Then you can find the area of the whatever figure you can take. Dear children, take practice and send for your graph sheet for correction to me. I hope you all learned well. Thank you children.